嫌ですね。 Invece di chegar à conclusão que estava tão de casa, Auditorium, primeira fila. Não, não.
You want to do the live streaming from here? Wow, my son in India can see it.
Yeah, there's a URL if you want to send it.
Oh my God.
So if he searches for, on the page is Cornell ORIE.
Sorry?
Searching for Cornell ORIE on YouTube. You should just have a link to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has it. He can see it.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, you're saying he already has. Great. Yeah.
You're doing it from here, right?
Yes.
So he's saying, come here, the photographer. Maybe I can see you there.
He can probably hear you right now, actually.
Really?
Because I'm just recording off my microphone, not up there.
Oh.
So we're broadcasting right now. Yeah.
Wow. That's good. Hi, Aditya. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Are we here to join? Oh. Have you have the book? Is it streaming? Streaming.
Good afternoon, everyone. If everyone could please stand and greet the entry of this year's graduates. Okay, so my name is David Schwartz. It's my great honor to be director of the School of Operations Research and Information here at Cornell. And it's always the highlight of the year to honor our graduates and celebrate their achievements as we do Memorial Day weekend. And I want to also take the occasion to introduce the other faculty who are here. Staff, Evan Emirates, some of our helping make everything happen the way it should. One experiment that I hope you got word of that we're trying this year is this occasion is being streamed live. I hope technology getting that still gives you a thumbs up. relatives and friends far away can also participate. That, we are just enormously proud of our graduates. That it's such an amazing honor to work at this institution with its long and distinguished reputation. This year we just celebrated our 50th anniversary as the School of Operations Research and Information Engineering. And it was the 150th anniversary of the College of Engineering at Cornell. And we look at our grads as really our legacy. We have them for a brief time. In the case of the master's students, mostly a year. Some of them are doing it as a capstone on top of an undergraduate year. For our PhD students, a few more than 1 year. But as we look at your achievements, as you go out into the world, we don't want you to just disappear. We want to keep following you. We want you to stay in touch. You are really genuinely a part of our family. That in fact, in terms of the PhDs, there's an academic tradition that we look upon each advisor and advisee looks upon a doctoral graduate as really one of their academic children. And just as this is a relationship, just not for the natural born children, that it extends a lifetime, so is it true for our graduates. So I think I'd be remiss if I didn't try to confront one of the most front and center questions in your mind as you look to your children graduating today and your family members and your friends who are graduates. And that is, what exactly is it that they're studying? I mean, operations research doesn't seem to convey much meaning to anyone. You can just stare at those two words. So I thought I'd just take a couple minutes to just give a high-level view of what this discipline is. So, operations research, or as we just refer to it as OR, is the confluence of mathematical models and computational tools that together work together to transform raw data into knowledge in a form that can be used to aid decision-making in any range of settings. Now that's a mouthful. It means not that. I say the same sentence when I teach the freshman intro. I write it up on the board, and then they stare back at me like, what did you just say? So let me just give you a few examples of ways in which OR affects your life. When you use Waze in your GPS to figure out what's the right route today, at this moment in time, that's OR. Why? Because it combines both statistical models to understand likely traffic patterns, and a stochastic setting underneath that, and an optimization tool that together bring together an answer of how should I do this. The decision is the route, and we're using both computation and the raw data, what we know from the other Wazers out there, and the history of data of what can we do to make this decision better. And these decisions come in all sorts of flavors. When you open your Uber app and call for an Uber car, when you order something from Amazon, all kinds of decisions are made in real time that are supported by OR tools. What was the right warehouse to ship that package from? Which car should you be matched with to pick you up for your ride? And it's not just these sort of on-the-spot immediate decisions, it's the planning. When Amazon thinks about how much inventory of a given item that it's supposed to hold, there are OR models and methods underneath those decisions. So that's just enough to get you started. You'll hear throughout this ceremony about our MN teams who work with a range of industries, helping them, and Home Depot, the Hospital of Special Surgery, Ernst & Young and Merck. You get a sense of the diversity of disciplines in which we can have an impact. And indeed, in this day of an IT revolution, the data is out there for OR to have an impact on an increasingly wider range of industries. So one thing I want to give a challenge for the families here today. Ask your graduate what they did. Now, graduates, don't tell them the math. It's not about the math. It's about the goals and the impact that your work has had, and what the big picture. It's the elevator pitch. You've all been trained in communication as part of your education. This is a moment that they're most curious, and it's a great opportunity to really reach out to your family and friends to actually do that. I don't want to take up too much time. The main message I want to get out is celebrate today. It's a remarkable achievement. It's the end of one piece of your graduates' lives and the starting of a new one. These transitions are a cause for joy and celebration because they build on, a lifetime's worth of work to get here. And graduates, do take the time to acknowledge the help and guidance from those who helped you get here. So with that, I want to turn the proceedings over to David Williamson, the Director of Graduate Studies, to introduce the PhD graduates.
PhD is the highest degree that's awarded by Cornell University. It signifies a student's achievements in original research in your chosen discipline. Research is, by definition, the act of doing something that was not known to be doable, but casting light in formerly dark places. I am sure that each of the students whose accomplishments we are celebrating here today has experienced both the highs and the lows of the research process, has known both the thrill and the joy of discovery, as well as the gloom and self-doubt caused by hard work that led only to a seeming dead end. That is the very nature of cutting-edge research. For the family and friends who are gathered here today, we thank you for standing with these students through those difficult days. We hope that you can now enjoy their accomplishments with them. The PhD degree is awarded not just for the research done in the past several years of hard work, but also in recognition of the fact that they have mastered the process of advancing the limits of science, and now can begin a career of doing it again repeatedly, complete with the ongoing cycles of joy and gloom. I know that I speak for all of the faculty when I say we are enormously proud of our graduates. They arrived as our students, but are leaving as our colleagues. The traditions of the academic regalia that both the faculty and graduates are wearing date back to medieval universities, Cambridge, Oxford, Bologna, Paris, and others. Various parts of these gowns have been more recently standardized to reflect the degree obtained. For example, the 3 bars on the sleeve reflect a doctorate of philosophy, that is, PhD. The colors in the hood indicate the university from which the degree was obtained. In the case of the Doctor of Philosophy degree, the dark blue color is used to represent the mastery of the discipline of learning and scholarship in any field that is attested to by the awarding of this degree, and is not intended to represent the field of philosophy. Technically, the hood should not be worn until after the degree is officially conferred, which will only occur sometime later. However, we shall mark the awarding of the degree today. I will call each graduating PhD student by name. I invite them to come forward and stand while I read a short bio and a research paragraph about the student. The advisor is then asked to come forward and congratulate and put the student as photos are taken. The PhD students will then proceed to receive congratulations from the faculty on stage and remain on the right side of the stage until all students are done. A group photo of all graduates and their advisors will be taken at that time. So starting with our January 2016 degree candidates, Sinquan Chandler. Sinquan was born in Shandong, China. She attended the University of Science and Technology of China and the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics and a master's of philosophy degree in engineering management before her Cornell years. She has many hobbies. In general, she is interested in eating good food and burning unnecessary calories in her spare time. Now she is working for Bank of America Merrill Lynch in New York City and is seeking good food when not working. Sinquan completed her thesis entitled Online and Offline Facility Location and Network Design under my supervision. Sinquan's thesis studies problems in the design of networks and the location of facilities. One aspect of these problems is she studied how to solve them as customers arrive one at a time, rather than knowing the entire set of customers in advance. Another aspect is when companies have alternate means of serving each customer at a fixed price by outsourcing the service rather than expanding their own business to serve the customer. For these problems, Sinquan gave Albert the best possible quality of solution relative to what possible if all its customers were known in advance. She also performed computational experiments in order to determine how well various algorithms perform on real data. Xin Chuan was also the winner of this year's TA of the Year award, given by the Cornell undergraduate chapter of the Operations Research Society in Cornell. Because she was unable to attend the undergraduate award ceremony, we will be presenting the award to her today. Xin Chuan Chen. Going on to our August 2016 degree candidates. The following students will be completing their degree this coming August, but are participating in this ceremony in advance of their completion. Kenneth Tom. Kenneth grew up in San Francisco, California. He attended the University of California for a degree in engineering, but realized his motivation for doing so had more to do with math than with actually wanting to build something. With that in mind, he obtained his bachelor's degree in industrial engineering and operations research, and began his PhD at Cornell 3 months later. Following his defense next week, he will join Google as a quantitative analyst. In his spare time, Kenneth enjoys baking, puzzles, board games, and rooting for the Giants and the Warriors. So we guess we know what he's doing tonight. Kenneth is completing his thesis entitled Models for Decision-Making and Performance Evaluation in Emergency Medical Service Systems under the supervision of Professors Shane Henderson and Mark Lewis. Kenneth's research relates to optimization under uncertainty and its applications in emergency medical services. Providers of such systems must often make complex logistical decisions that can affect the performance of their ambulance teams. Examples of which include assigning ambulance to base locations, dispatching ambulance to incoming calls, and relocating idle ambulances in real time to improve coverage. He developed models that can assist providers in making these decisions, as well as benchmarks that provide indications of how close existing systems are to performing optimally. Because Professors Henderson and Lewis are unable to attend today, Professors Moyes will perform the vision. Daniel Fletcher. Daniel was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. After taking several computer science courses at his high school, he applied for the computer engineering major at PUC-Rio to begin a career as a game developer. During his fourth semester, a professor invited him to take part in an international algorithm design and programming competition. It became clear to him that these were the topics that interested him. Since then, he has advanced to several world finals in competition and trained hundreds of high school and college students to participate. He joined Cornell in 2010 in order to develop a deeper understanding of the mathematics behind algorithms, in particular the mathematics behind continuous optimization. In 2 weeks, he will join Kluger as a senior operations research scientist. Daniel is completing his thesis entitled Computational Approaches for Hard Discrete Optimization Problems under the supervision of Professor David Schwartz. Daniel is interested in optimization of all forms. He is especially interested in developing methods that are simple and fast in practice. To create such algorithms, one has to develop a deeper understanding and intuition of the problem being solved. As a consequence, his solutions are orders of magnitude faster than the previous best-known solution of several of these problems while achieving the same solution quality. To give concrete examples, he worked on programs to compare two circular bacterial chromosomes for their similarity, to decide how to plan daily delivery routes while taking into account that customers might cancel their service, and to divide a map into two equally sized parts while having as few roads as possible connecting the two parts. These are some of the problems for which Daniel developed state-of-the-art solutions. For the latter problem, Daniel's codes were able to find solutions to previously unsolved problems, even at very large scales. His program found a solution to a roadmap for the United States with 24 million locations and 29 million road segments. Daniel Fletcher. Xiaolei Wang. Xiaolei received a Bachelor of Science in Physics from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign in 2011 and joined the PhD program of Applied Physics at Cornell University in the same year. He started working with Professor Peter Fraser from the School of Operations Research in the summer of 2012 and realized operations research was the right field for him after 1 year of doing research. He then transferred to operations research in 2013 and continued working with Peter as his advisor. Xiaolei is completing his thesis entitled Bayesian Optimization with Parallel Function Evaluations in Multiple Information Sources, Methodology for Applications in Biochemistry, Aerospace Engineering, and Machine Learning, under the supervision of Professor Peter Fraser. Xiaolei's research relates to a field called Bayesian optimization, where the optimization considers a function that is very time-consuming to evaluate. And the goal is to find a global optimum of the function using as few of the function evaluations as possible. He extended an algorithm, which is considered state-of-the-art in the field, from its original sequential formulation to a parallel set, and showed significant improvement when parallel function evaluation is available. He also applied Bayesian optimization techniques to the search for novel biomaterials among a large set of candidates, and helped speed up the searching process by intelligently evaluating the most informative candidate materials. In recent work, he studied Bayesian optimization under multi-information sources setting, where there exist cheaper approximations of the objective function with very unknown bias. By modeling the biases and learning the objective function through cheaper approximations as much as possible, the method he co-developed noticed that reduced the total evaluation cost dramatically. Because Professor Peter Fraser is unable to attend, I will keep it valuable. Please join me in congratulating all of our PhD candidates. You will notice in your program many students have listed as having earned a Master's of Science degree in Operations Research. For many of our students, earning this degree is a step on the way towards their doctoral degree. But for a few, it is their final degree in our department, and it is fitting for us to recognize their achievement. To earn this degree, students need to have passed the same rigorous coursework as that of our doctoral degree, and have completed a first project of original research. This year, we have one student graduated with Master's of Science as a final degree, Yao Yiso. Please.
And now it's my pleasure to turn these over to John for
add my thanks to David's to welcome, thank all of you for being here today. Despite what it may feel like, it really does snow in Indigo, I promise. We're delighted that so many of you could join us here, family, friends, and of course, MN graduates from the So it's been my honor for 9 years to direct the Master of Engineering program here in ORIE. And this year, I've had the great privilege of guiding this year's class across the finish line to today, where we are today. So graduation really is my favorite time of year. Now, I know many of the students are probably sitting here thinking, yeah, it's my favorite time of year too. It really is a time for parents, family, friends to gather together with the faculty here, with the staff here, to celebrate the many, many accomplishments that this year's class has undertaken and of which it is proud during the past year. Over the past 9 months, this group has collectively achieved a phenomenal number of successes. I would just ask each of you now to cast yourself back to last summer. Think back to Image Connect in August of the year. Remember who you were then, what your thoughts were then, what your expectations were, and compare that to who you are today, everything that you've accomplished. You have accomplished a tremendous amount, and we're incredibly proud of you. Think of what you will accomplish in the future, of who you want to be once you leave these doors and go forward. And I also want you to look around and remember the people in this room, the family, your friends, and of course your own classmates. And remember that 10 years from now, there's going to be another group of students sitting right where you are now and wondering whether or not, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to find the mom's mentor? What's going to happen if I actually write to them? Will they respond to me? What will happen? Will it be in a position? I hope you will remember what you felt like around this year and what you are then, and remember what you want for yourself in that happens. And it will happen. I will reach out to everyone soon. But today, I also want to talk about today and who you are right now. Whether you are leaving here to immediately start a job, whether you're still looking for that right position, I want you to know this. You can. You can do whatever it is that you want to. You have the tools to succeed and have success. I see that. We've all seen that over the course of this year. We've seen that grow. So again, we want to celebrate the exceptional people who were, who are going to be, but mostly who are. So speaking of exceptional people who are right now, one of the great pleasures that I have, one of the best parts of my position, is I get to recognize exceptional project work and exceptional individuals with special awards who have really contributed in meaningful ways to our Master of Engineering class. So the first set of awards I'd like to give today are associated with the silent hoist and crane materials handling projects. Now, what on earth is that? This is a prize that was originally established back in 1950 for the purpose of, quote, stimulating the thinking of engineering students with aptitude or special interest in the art and science of materials. Now, as our field has evolved and expanded over the years, so have the means and the matter of materials. In particular, the handling of data and information are now recognized as vital operational functions in almost all organizations. On behalf of the Silent Hoist and Crane Company, we award the Material Handling Prize annually to recognize exceptional project work that promotes the advancement of materials handling technology in both the traditional as well as the more focus of the silent creation training prize lends itself particularly well to project work in ORIE, the competition is open to students and student teams across the college and engineering. Now this year, the entries were exceptionally strong. And in fact, they included all Master of Engineering project teams from the School of Operations Research and Information Engineering, as well as entries from programs. I'm pleased to announce that the teams receiving awards are all ORIE and Managed project teams. In addition to first, second, and third place winners, we also have 2 teams who will be receiving honorable mentions. So as I announce these distinguished projects, I'll ask the team members as well as the project advisors to please come forward. So our first honorable mention for the silent creation training material management prize is awarded to the team that was working with the Cayuga Medical Center entitled Emergency Room Flow at Cayuga Medical Center. The team is Aracha Agarwal, Jonathan Borland, Ishesh Shah, and Mark Zito, advised by Professors Jack Mustad and Jamal. Other honorable mention is awarded to the team working with the largest exporter of California wines. I can't officially say the name, but it rhymes with Mallow. Entitled Supply Chain Optimization and Inventory Rebalancing Using Inter-RBC Transportation. The team is Han Dong, Anna Vinahar, Gautam Niklani, and Siraj Managati, advised by Third place in this year's competition is awarded to the team working with Orange, entitled Enhancing the Flight Scheduling Tool for Orange's Non-Urgent Operations. The team is Xiaofen Chen, Catherine Deere, Chin Hong Guo, and Shen Yu Long, advised by Professor Shane Henderson and others. Second place is awarded to the team working with the Cornell Educational Policy Committee, entitled Keeping Frequent Scheduling. The team is Yunba, Minchi Yu, Ryan Walker, and Jinsho Chu, advised by Professor Finally, the first prize is awarded to the ORIE team with the Motivo entitled Digital Asset Execution Enhancement Process Optimization. The team is Dong Wei Liu, Kai Wen Loy, Chenji Chu, and Juki Shao, advised by Franz Chakra and Sid. The next set of awards is the Andrew Schwartz Jr. Award. The late Andrew Schwartz Jr. received his BS and PhD degrees from Cornell. He joined the faculty here in 1951 and became the head of our predecessor department, which was called the Industrial Engineering and Administration Department. Sometimes it changed, as have acronyms. Andrew Schwartz served as the Dean of the College of Engineering from 1963 to 1972. He was a strong supporter of the MH program, which came into existence in 1965 under his leadership. Each year, in his honor, we recognize the most outstanding Master of Engineering students, as evidenced not only by their high academic achievement, but also by their exceptional teamwork, their willingness to encourage others, and their demonstrated potential to become exemplary professional citizens. Today, we're very proud to recognize 3 such students. Each has contributed to the academic and social fabric of this MH class in meaningful ways, and we're exceedingly proud to be able to call all of them our names. This year's Andrew Schwartz Jr. Awards are presented to Xiao Zhehe, Anqi Huang, and Hana Li. See, neither Anna nor her family will ever forget this day. We're very proud of you all. Before we move on to recognition of the 3 candidates, I just want to take a moment to recognize and thank one of our co-chairs of the MH Student Leadership Committee, Katie Deere. Throughout the year, she and others on the committee have devoted their time and energy to organizing events and activities for our MH students to enjoy outside the classroom. I think everyone will agree that these activities are a much needed reprieve in their demanding lives, and we're very grateful for her efforts. now move on to the recognition of this year's Master of Engineering degree candidates. Now, we do have, I'm delighted to see so many faces from the January 2016 degree recipient class who will be recognized here today, along with our May 2016 and August 2016 graduates, along with a couple who are graduating in January 2017. So with the first row, we'll have you stand up right row. The first row of Master of Engineering students, please rise. Proceed to your left down to the foot of the stage. As your name is announced, you please come forward, press your left side. We'll have a certificate for you. And feel free to finish. Shinman Cow. Jading Fink. Negro Funk. I'm so sorry. My thumb got in my way. My apologies. Hi. And yeah. Yape green lights. Let you guys alphabetize. Yukon. Jin Lee. Zichen Meng. Inu Qian. Zihao Song. Island Hong. Xinyu Huang. Yachina. Aracha Agarwal. Jonathan Bogman. Xiaohan Shen. Yun Cheng. Catherine Deere. Abhishek Petition. Benjamin Elbas. Andres Gonzalez. Sudhakar Wilson. Xiao Jeppa. Angie Moore. Jackie Dunway Yu. Xinhua Liu. Dmitry Leonardis. Kylan Loy. Minji Yu. Vincent J. Garrido. Johan Goran Moy. Anavi Navarro. Gautam Deepak Nandi. Siraj Nagabhushana Onagansi. Nishesh Shah. Shunjit Tu. Ajay Shiva Swami Kadri. Ryan Tate Walker. Chuan Wei. Tang Shan. Schwartz died. Siangnan Wu. Please give one more hand to the image collector. So some of you may know that our wonderful graduate associate Evelyn Avery will be leaving us. We're very sad. She has been with us for an academic year, but in that year she has made a tremendous impact. And I think all of the energy here as well as the PhD students. I would like to dignify David. On behalf of the MN and PhD classes,
Focus.
which are
It's okay.
very, very well done.
there'll be light refreshments downstairs, but on your way out to have the class of graduates receiving, let's give them one more round.